Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? Whoo-wee. It's a nice day at the park. Still a little bit chilly. It's in the 50s, high 50s, maybe even low 60s. But, still chilly enough to put on a jacket because it gets colder as we near the evening. So I'm always prepared for that, all bundled up. Hope you're all having a great day, and I hope you've all had an amazing weekend, an amazing drama-free weekend. Gosh, the single hottest topic on YouTube seems to always evolve around drama. Go figure, right? One of the quickest ways to get attention on the largest video platform that everyone's trying to go viral on, right? Would that be the reason why so many people on this platform behave so erratically? I'd say that's one of the reasons, sure. But some people are just full of drama, outside of YouTube as well and in their real life. And they just, present it out here on YouTube as their form of entertainment or content or whatever, right? Let me come out here on YouTube and share with you all my pathetic, miserable, dramatic life. Well, that's not me. I'm just, saying that's what other people do. And today, I'm going to be discussing 6 ways regarding how you can tell if you may be a dramatic person. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. I've got some notes in my pocket that I printed out from my printer. Yes, I still have a printer and a scanner. They're still necessary in certain cases nowadays, especially, when you're doing a mobile stream like this and you're using your device to run a live stream. You can't look at notes at the same time. So this is when a printer comes in handy to print out some show notes, right? Hey, Lewis Fuller, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, man. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? I haven't said that in a while. You know what, Lewis? I'll tell you this, man. The last, I'd say at least year of my life has been completely drama-free. Drama-free, peaceful, minimal to zero stress. And I will tell you, bro, there's no better feeling than peace and quiet. Men love peace and quiet. Women, on the other hand, women love drama at a normal, natural level to a certain extent. Some dudes come in and I'm just going to have to cross the street. All right, let's go back. Like I said, women, they love drama at a natural level, and it's kind of normal to a certain extent. But there is a point where, women take drama a bit too far, and that's not normal. But for men, there's no amount of drama that's normal. None, zero, zilch. We don't like drama. We can't stand drama, right? At least, real men, real strong men. Now these, feminized men nowadays and these beta males and all this and that, these overly emotional men. That's a different story. They love drama and they feed into drama because, they're feminized men. They're not they're biologically men, but they don't behave like men, right? And, typically the reason why they behave this way is because of their upbringing. Broken household. Maybe they had more of a feminized father and a more masculine mother figure. Maybe the mother wore the pants in the relationship or the marriage. And when the sexual polarity is off in the marriage and kids are involved, it throws, the kids off as well. Throws them off from becoming, a strong man or a more feminine woman, right? Lots of things are messed up in the way the world is nowadays. And that's why I do what I do here, to try to help people better understand what's really happening, so if they want to better their lives and turn things around, it's never too late. Before we get to the topic today, just a few few things I want to talk about. Obviously, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm sure there are many football fans out there that saw the Niners beat the Packers yesterday in Green Bay in frigid weather. I know there are a lot of people in certain communities that don't like me, that are anti-Bay Area and anti-Bay Area sports teams, right? But I got to say, that was one hell of a game, especially the last 5 minutes. Hang on, there's a car coming. The video that I did for Murad is at 156 views. That's great, Lewis. I'm going to share that video later tonight on my community tab. I've been meaning to do it, Lewis. I'm sorry. I just have had so much going on and been, recovering from not feeling that great the past week. But I will share that. And thank you for sharing my stream yesterday on your community wall, Lewis. I made a comment on there. I'm sure you saw that by now. Appreciated. Much appreciated. But it's a little bit more quiet at the park. Sundays are a little more quiet. Like Saturday afternoons are busy because people don't have to work the next day. But Sunday afternoons, this is a great time to do a walk. It's a nice day and it's peaceful. Yes, it's okay, says Lewis. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, has great last 5 minutes. Niners block a punt right by the end zone and run it in for a touchdown. And then they nail a 45-yard field goal with 3 seconds left. And game over. Lights out in Green Bay. The Niners were heavy underdogs. And look, I'm a 49er faithful. And I'm not saying I didn't have faith in the Niners, but I'm a realist too. Just because I'm a faithful and I'm a fan, and I've been a San Francisco 49ers fan since I was a little kid. My dad, God rest his soul, was a big Niner fan. Back in the days with Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Dwight Clark and John Taylor, and then the Steve Young era, right? Brent Jones, too many to mention, right? The 49ers have been an icon in the NFL for decades. Well, they had some crappy decades, but the 80s and the early 90s or so, they were hot. And they sucked for a while, and over the last 10 years or so, they've been kind of doing okay. But yeah, I was just like, wow. Lights out in Green Bay. Heavy underdogs. I didn't expect the Niners to win. Even as a faithful, I just did not expect them to win because they're not used to playing in that frigid weather. Quite frankly, I mean, look at this. You see that sun right there? That sun is right on me, and it feels like it's above 60 degrees. I think it was like in the teens in Green Bay yesterday. I mean, that's like ice cold. I honestly don't think I would survive in that weather because I've been so acclimated. I'm not gonna lie, spoiled by Bay Area weather. I mean, I was born and raised here, but let's be real. The weather that we have out here in the San Francisco Bay Area is the best on the planet, or pretty close to it. Like I've said before, there's a sign downtown in Redwood City that says climate best by government test. And if you look it up, I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. It's been a while since I mentioned it. Redwood City has the #1 climate in the entire U.S. and the 3rd best climate in the entire world. Why? Because it's a microclimate. Redwood City is sandwiched right between the Pacific Ocean on the west side, on the coast, right? And then a little bit over east of Redwood City is the SF Bay. And the SF Bay is the gateway to the Pacific Ocean. And you can enter and exit the SF Bay by going underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. That's why it's called the Golden Gate Bridge. A little history for you folks out there that didn't know that. Some of you may care. Most of you probably don't care because most of you excuse me a second. Most of you don't care because you're anti-Bay Area because you wish you could be here. Now, I'm not rubbing it in your face or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I just so happen to live here. I was fortunate enough to be born and raised here, and very fortunate that my father, about 50 years ago or so, a little over 50 years ago, was looking for the best place to bring his family and my mother, his wife, to have children and raise children in one of the safest places with the best weather, to give his kids the best chance of survival and best chance of having a great, happy, healthy, and successful life. And I am very grateful and thankful for that. God rest your soul, Dad. May you rest in peace. Yeah, this whole Murad thing, Lewis, that happened, that we found out yesterday or the last few days, the YouTuber that used to run the channel, Murad's Haunted Adventures. Yeah, no, it just, it touches me. And it just makes me more grateful and thankful and appreciative to what I've got and how fortunate I feel to have what I have and be in the position I'm in. Why is it every day I pass by here, this car is pulling in? Like, it must be the same time. I think it's the same car that was pulling in yesterday as I took my first lap around the same time. It's got to be coincidence, right? Maybe they're stalking me, right? I'm just kidding. So, yeah, congratulations to the Niners. Let's see how far they go. Let's see if they can make it to the Super Bowl. And if they do make it to the Super Bowl this time around, maybe they can win. Who knows? I bet that would upset a ton of people. Anyway, I'm not here to trigger or upset anyone. Quite frankly, I'll say this: like, I love my sports, but I just don't have the time to watch as much sports as I used to when I was younger. I still keep up with it. I'm still a fan. It's just I more so will watch the highlights, for most games. Now, when it comes to playoffs, I will typically watch most of the games when I can. But regular season games, like, I just don't have time to sit around for 2-3 hours a day and watch games. Those 2 or 3 hours are productive hours. I can be creating content and helping other people with my business and moving my business forward and moving my purpose forward. And those are the sacrifices, folks, that you got to learn to make as you get older to be successful at your purpose. That's more important than anything. Wow, that sun is right in my face. Like, look at that. Wow. Oh, man. I mean, that thing is, I got my Ray-Bans on. And they give me great sun protection. Even with my Ray-Bans on, this is some blinding sun. I'll tell you, I wouldn't be able to see shit if I didn't have my Ray-Bans on. So, go Niners. I was going to do another video last night. I didn't get a chance to do it. I was tweaking some audio settings on my laptop, and I have not done any videos or live streams from my studio with my green screen on my laptop in like 2 to 3 months. I think it's been at least 2 to 3 months. And so I had to kind of just tweak some things up, and there were some Windows updates, and I had to just make sure last night that everything is ready to go. So I spent a few hours doing that, got it all set. And so tonight, more than likely, I'll be doing that response video to one of my followers that made a few great comments, a woman that made a few great comments on live stream I did, I think it was last week and a half ago, regarding the difference between Gen X women and Gen Y women, Gen Y millennial women. And that was the same video where I was also saying that millennial men are the culprits. They are the ones that have changed everything. And she also shared her thoughts about it. For the most part, pretty much agree with what I was saying, and then had her own thoughts. And I felt her responses were pretty good. And it was very constructive. Like, see, I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with my opinions or how I feel about things, as long as you respectfully disagree and your responses are constructive, right? There's a difference between constructive criticism and attacking people and being hateful, right? There's no value going back and forth with hateful people that are not responding to you constructively, right? It's one thing for someone to say, hey, I disagree with you regarding what you said about this. Here's my reason why. And give a constructive reason instead of saying, you suck and you don't know what you're talking about. That's why you're wrong. That's not constructive. That's attacking. That's just stupid, childish, right? You can't have, you cannot have a reasonable, sustainable conversation with someone responding like that. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cough, but I'm okay. Wow, this sun is just nasty today. It's really, really, really nasty. To the point of where I've got to stick my phone to cover my face. Well, let me get on over here, and then I'm going to get the show started because I've got six aspects to go over regarding things that may make anyone that's like this a drama-centric person or a dramatic person, which is what the article states. So let's get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. This is episode number 207. I believe it's 207. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lewis. And right now I'm going to stop, and I got to pull out my notes. Come on. Boy, I need a production manager. All right, here we go. Get yourself all situated. And the topic is 6 signs you may have a dramatic personality and how to rise above it. One more time. 6 signs you may have a dramatic personality and how to rise above it. Well, let's get right to it because there's quite a lot to go over and I have a lot of feedback to go over. And I actually saw this article a while back. I read a lot of articles, blogs, and articles that other coaches write, and I just read a lot of stuff on the internet regarding, life's principles, business and personal topics, politics, etc. I just, I try to keep myself in the know-all and the loop of things, especially more so now that I'm on YouTube, because it's very, very important. Trending topics are very important, and that's what a lot of people come on YouTube for, to get the most current information, right? So this is from the website bustle.com, and you can just do a search for 6 signs you may have a dramatic personality if you want to see the whole article there. If I remember, I'll try to share the link in the description for the replay, but it's not there right now. I don't share the links because, until after the live show, because, a lot of people will go and just read the blog real quick and then not watch the show, right? So, you got to do things in a way that's going to, get you the most traction and keep people watching, right? Now, let me hang on a second because I'm passing by some people here that are 49er fans, and they're outside. That dude right there has like an old Chevy Suburban that has like a Niner logo on the side of it. All right, so the first sign you may have a dramatic personality is you say things just to mess with people. One more time. You say things just to mess with people. How many times have you encountered somebody in your life that just loves to talk smack about anything and everything, right? Okay, now more so, like I said earlier in the show, it's more normal for women to be infested in this type of drama because they're emotional beings. Women's emotions are running all day, every day, right? And so women more so always feel the need to keep themselves. The fire truck's going somewhere. Women more so feel the need to always have themselves involved in something, or they feel the need to always have something going on. A lot of times women just can't sit on the couch and relax and even watch a movie by themselves because they're emotional beings. They want to be around people, or they want to be around their man. Or they want to be around their man, or always doing something, right? Whereas men are a little different. Men love peace and quiet, right? Most normal men, or any normal man for that sake, is not going to feel the need to say things to other men or women just to mess with them and get a rise out of them, because most normal men are going to be fulfilled within themselves. They're fulfilled from what they do for a living and the amount of money they make and how financially stable and successful they are. They're fulfilled by how well they take care of themselves, right? Okay? They're fulfilled in just ways deep within that don't require any type of attention or validation, right? See, that's why for me, I'm happiest and most peaceful when I have my alone time. This is with no disrespect to my lady. I care about my lady. She's probably watching right now, listening right now at work. Hello, ma'am, if you're there. I love spending time with her, but I also love my alone time where I can just maybe sit on my couch and watch a show or a movie, or brainstorm my next set of videos I'm going to create on YouTube. It's just, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. There's a lot of activity happening right now. Sirens and stuff. Oh, boy. All right, we hear you coming. Just going to wait for it to pass. Live television, right? And now we've got a kid and his mother coming pretty fast. Car coming, so I can't cross. Just got to roll with the punches, right? Just got to roll with the punches. So yeah, some people, more so women, they just say things to mess with people because they want to get that reaction, because that'll engage other people and it will give them a feeling like they're worthy, right? And again, this is more so normal for women to a certain extent than men. But there are a lot of men nowadays, and like I keep saying out here on YouTube and in this world in general, I just noticed that the millennial men are even worse than most women when it comes to just saying things to mess with people, right? And you look at this trend. If you look at, when YouTube started 15 years ago, and you remember creators like Jake and Logan Paul, right? They're millennials. They were two of the biggest shit disturbers, and they still are, right? 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 It's just sad to me that there are just people that will just, say whatever just to mess with people, just to get a reaction with them, right? And now because of social media and YouTube, people have found ways to capitalize off of that, which makes it even worse, right? it makes it a business. In my opinion, it's one of the most ridiculous businesses ever created, but it's become a business. And it's a viable business. Why? Because most millennial men behave this way, and the millennial market is still one of the biggest markets on social media to this day, right? And that's the reason why I've had difficulty penetrating the online market, especially YouTube, because I'm Gen X and my views are much different than most millennial men. I'm not going to say all millennial men, but most millennial men have a difference of opinion and different views than I do. So we were born and raised differently. We were born and raised during different times. We had different upbringings. So, if you're the type of person that just says things to mess with people, just to try to get a reaction from them, whether you unknowingly do it or intentionally do it, whether it's online or offline, then that's a sign that you're a dramatic person. And even the people that are drama entertainers, that create fake instigated drama for profit, right? Yeah, you might not be that same person offline completely, but even if you're going to create that type of content, you're still somewhat drama-centric. And you're still a dramatic person because you're choosing to represent yourself in that way publicly, right? And to the people that don't understand your business, they're going to assume that that is who you really are, right? It's all about public perception, right? So if you're going to, create drama-centric content on YouTube, for example, and in real life, you're a different person than that, people that don't understand what you're doing are not going to be able to tell the difference. They're going to assume that you're a dramatic person, online and offline. They're going to assume that that's who you are because they can't tell that you're acting or it's just for an entertainment show, right? So that's number one. Number two, you live for gossip. Number two, you live for gossip. I've always, there's people coming over here. I've always known more so that women gossip than men. Now, like I said, nowadays, the millennial men, yeah, they're the exception to that. They gossip a lot. But have you heard of the phrase, women gossip and men discuss, right? Okay, men have always typically discussed things back in the days, right? If we go back 50, 60 plus years ago, before all this technology came out, before the millennial era, etc., all that stuff, right? Okay. Men would always discuss their issues one-on-one in mature, respectful, and confident and manly, masculine ways, right? Okay. Nowadays, like I said, it's a little bit different because the millennials changed that trend. They more so feminized masculinity. But yeah, women, even back in those days, here's the funny thing. This is what a lot of guys don't understand. They blame women for everything. And I'm not saying that women are saints nowadays. They're not. But what men don't realize is that, I totally forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought here for a second. Give me just a second here. So we're talking about you live for gossip. Okay? Women, this is what I was going to say. Women have always been about gossip. From the old school days to the current world. Men used to never be about gossip, and now, in the modern world, the millennials, the millennial men, and some men, from my generation, Gen X, and some men from other generations live for gossip too, but primarily the millennial men started this trend of men being more feminized and men starting to gossip more, right? And I'm not going to lie, when I was younger, when I was in my teens and early to mid 20s, I was I wouldn't say I was a different person, but I was a bit different than I am today. I was just too nice of a guy. I was probably behaving more feminized, more of a weak man. I would put women on a pedestal, and I would project my insecurities on my friends and other people. I would gossip and talk shit about people all the time that I perceived to be better than me. All the stuff that I'm calling people on out today, I was behaving. And I own it. And I'm going to come back out here again and say I own it. What I really want people to understand is that everything that I talk about nowadays and even call people out on and speak about is something that I used to do. And it was wrong. And was piss poor behavior. And I made lots of mistakes to get to where I'm at today and to have the confidence I have today. So yeah, I used to be a gossip, right? And then when I hit my mid-20s to early 30s, I turned that around and just became a real good down-to-earth, confident, laid-back man. Until I had a little bit of a relapse when I came out on YouTube 5 years ago at age 43, and started my former channel that I ran for a couple of years before I shut it down, and then started this channel 3 months after I shut that one down. I had a former coaching channel, for those of you that weren't aware. Shut that down, took 3 months off, then came back and started this one that's been around for over 3 years. Came out here on YouTube and just didn't know what was going on. And just wanted to run a coaching business, and I ran across a lot of very drama-centric men. And it took me many years to figure out what was going on and how to overcome it and rise above it, right? So it was kind of like rehashing what I went through in my teens and 20s, being a gossip and talking smack about people and feeding into drama and just doing, stupid things. I was behaving in very feminine ways. And that's because this whole YouTube thing was new to me, and I didn't realize how much help a lot of these people really needed. And I didn't even realize the behavior of millennial men at that point. I didn't even realize it. I had to go through everything I went through to learn to understand this better, right? All right, we should be back live. Sorry, folks. I saw my screen go dim and the cell tower cut me off. I had to shut down the YouTube app and restart it and resume. So if you're watching on the replay, it'll just piece it together. If you're here live, we're back live. And it's been doing that like once per day, and I don't know. There might just be one dead spot. or network congestion. I don't know. So yeah, I basically, had to learn. God, bug in my face. I had to learn the YouTube ropes, but until I learned what was really going on, it was a whole new world for me, unexplored, um, uncharted territory type of world. I was gossiping and talking smack about people, and I was trying to get my message out there, but I wasn't doing it the right way. And there was this other creator that has done some preaching in his life. I'm not going to mention who he is. Some of you that have been following me for a while will know. He would call me a godless gossip. Well, sir, I'll tell you what, you were probably right about that. I was probably a godless gossip, right? Because I was, trying to stand up against cyber bullies and drama-centric people out here on YouTube. And there was no point to it because the content that they are creating is just for entertainment purposes. And the more I would gossip and talk about it, the more I'd be giving them what they want, right? So you were right. I was a godless gossip. I'll own that, right? Live and learn, right? And when I finally realized I was a godless gossip, I am a God-loving man. I'm just saying that because it was funny that this preacher guy out here on YouTube used to call me that on his streams, right? When I realized I was a gossip, I'm like, yeah, I need to turn that around. I'm becoming one of them, even though that's not who I want to be or who I'm trying to be. I was getting sucked in, and I was that, right? Even if you don't want to be a dramatic person, even if you want to rise above drama and you're not about drama, if you feed into it and you continue to talk smack about people and try to defend yourself against these people instead of just ignoring them, you are a dramatic person. So that's number 2. You live for gossip. I know many gossips out here on YouTube, other social media platforms, and in the real world. Let me tell you something. I avoid them like the plague, and I suggest you do too, because gossip is just a waste of time. Now, amongst ladies, different story. Ladies will get together and they'll gossip and they'll talk about guys and they'll talk about, whatever, right? And to a certain extent, that's normal. But if it gets beyond the normal level of women just having some friendly gossip every now and then that's not even good for women. So, but for men, gossip is not masculine. It's feminine energy. All right. So we're getting close to finishing lap 2. Let me turn the page here and let's get to number 3. Number 3 and number 4 go hand in hand. So number 3 is you speak without thinking. I'll own that. I've done that many times in the past. I'll tell you why I've done that many times in the past. Because I was triggered. Because I allowed other people to trigger me and get the best of me, right? I basically handed my soul over to them because they said some things that weren't true, or even if they were true, they were trying to upset me, and I allowed them to upset me. So I reacted, and I started saying stupid things about them. Probably some things that weren't true, or I was hoping were true, or just trying to do whatever it would take to try to get back at them, right? Which is not masculine behavior, not masculine energy. It's not mature behavior. Lots of distractions here today. You got the Mexican tuba music, doo, 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 pulling in, right? Sirens and all. Man, this has been an interesting stream. And I've got notes here I'm trying to hold to keep things going, right? So you speak without thinking. We've all done that. We've all done that. I like to call that talking out of my ass. We've all talked out of our asses every now and then, right? Okay? When you talk out of your ass, what do you get back in return? Right? You're going to get sucked into more endless nonsensical drama, right? And it's going to be an endless vortex of stupid stuff that's going to waste your time and drain your energy, right? So number 3, you speak without thinking. And number 4, which goes hand in hand with number 3, is, and it gets you in trouble. You speak without thinking, number 3, and number 4, and it gets you in trouble. You speak without thinking, and it gets you in trouble. Every single time. Every single time. And this happens to good people too, because good people that don't want to be a part of drama, okay? Like good people, this is for you. You have to learn to understand this. When you're in a good place and have no drama in your life, drama or dramatic people, drama-centric or dramatic people are going to try to kick you down to their level so that way it can make them feel better, right? So they're going to make shit up about you or even criticize you on certain things that are true, right? And if you react to them and you speak to them to try to defend yourself without thinking and then you just go off on them, it's going to get you in trouble and more trouble, right? And eventually, it's going to overtake you, right? And eventually, it's going to make them come off more right than you being right. So, if you're someone that's being attacked or being harassed by a dramatic person on or offline, right? You have a couple choices, maybe 2 or 3 choices. You can completely ignore it, which is what I would do. Number 2, you can be polite and say, hey, look, I don't want any part of this. I live a drama-free life. Best of luck to you. Take care. Or number 3, you can let it get to you and overreact like many of us have initially until we've learned our lesson and speak without thinking and say something that you don't mean that's going to get you more in trouble, further in trouble, right? Out here on YouTube, that'll keep the back and forth going, right? And if you're a non-drama channel and you're going back and forth with the drama channel, right, and you're trying to defend yourself against drama people, you're going to lose and they're going to win every time because you're giving them more drama to feed what their audience is there for and pay them more money, and you're doing your own audience a huge disservice because they're not there for drama, they're there for positivity. And what's going to happen if you bring drama to your positive audience members on your channel? They're going to leave because they don't want any drama themselves, right? So you're shooting yourself in the foot twice. You're shooting yourself in both feet, right? So that's why number 3 and number 4, they work great together. You speak without thinking and it gets you in trouble. And number 5, last but not least, we're on lap number 2. We got one more lap to go. When I get through this, I'll talk about some other things during the final lap. You feel like everyone else is out to get you. By the way, nah, never mind. I already know what's going on. And it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let the kids have fun. That's all I'm going to say. Let the kids have fun. Number 5, you feel like everyone is out to get you. Number 5, you feel like everyone is out to get you. I used to feel that way in my younger days before I grew up. You know, like I was saying earlier, in my teens and my early to mid 20s, I used to be a very dramatic type of person. I didn't have as much self-love. I didn't love myself as much as I do today, right? I would see other people that were better looking, wore better clothes, had more friends, had more of what I wanted, right? And I would try to kick them down because I was jealous. I'm not going to lie. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. I would always feel like those people were out to get me. The truth of the matter is they're just trying to live their life in a happy and positive and productive way and healthy way, right? And I was just clearly jealous that they were better than me in pretty much everything that I wanted to be really good at, right? And when I finally figured this out, by the time I hit my mid to late 20s and I hit my early 30s, I turned things around. And I rose above it all. And I bettered myself in many ways, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I did a complete 180 on myself, and that turned my life around, right? And I started to really understand that no one is really out there to get me or anyone. Everyone is just out there to be the best they can be within themselves. It's just some people are better at getting there faster than others, right? Some people get there, you know, pretty fast at a younger age. Some people, it takes longer for them to get there. I just hadn't gotten there yet. I just hadn't gotten there yet. When I finally got there, it just totally turned my life around. Totally turned my life around. And it was all about how I started to see myself. Okay? It was all about self-confidence, self-love, self-happiness, right? Until I was able to get to that point where I was happy within myself, I was never going to turn it around. And I was always going to be a dramatic person trying to kick other people down so that way I could feel I was better than them and I was good enough for myself, right? In essence, I was fooling myself. And anyone else in the same position is fooling themselves as well, right? It's funny today we only have 5 people here right now. I'll just say I know exactly what's going on, even though I don't have any proof or anything. This is the kind of shit that you just ignore and you move on. And you have people behind the scenes that support you and help you with certain aspects, handle things for you that you trust. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting how different the numbers are today than yesterday at the same exact time. That's okay. Not a big deal. I don't care if there's only one person here. People will watch this on the replay, right? And the right people that are here, are watching it for the right reason. Give me just a second here. Just 1 second. Many people go through this feeling of everyone's out to get you, the world's out to get you. No, the world's not out to get you. The world's not out to get you. No one's out to get you. Here's who's getting to you. It's yourself. It's in your head. When I was younger, my father tried to drill this in my head. So did my mother. Even some of my other friends, when I was younger, tried to drill this into my head. No one's out to get you, dude. Chill out, relax, right? And they were right. But I didn't realize it back then because I was stuck on my soapbox. As a young boy or young man, I was stuck on my soapbox. I was stuck on everything always had to be my way or the highway, right? If I didn't get my way, I would whine and complain like a little female dog. Yeah, that was me. I wasn't a bad person. I was just a whiner and complainer. I whined and complained about everything, right? To the point of where, at this point in my life, at 48, I can't stand any whining and complaining because, number one, I did enough of it in my younger days that I'm not proud of, and I'm ashamed of that. I'm not going to lie. But I've learned from it. And because of all that I went through, I can identify when other people are going through it nowadays, and I want to help you rise above it because it's not healthy. It's going to set you back, way back. It's going to set you way back. I was just trying to think of something here. Somebody just hanging out over there by the tree right by my path. So I'm not going to go past that kid over there. I'll take a different way. We're just going to leave some dead air here for a little bit. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and skip right through it. Skip right through this part. Time to take the glasses off. Third and final lap. So here's what I'm going to talk about during the third and final lap here. Some people never change their ways. Some people continue to do things because they're not about collaboration. They're about selfishness. They're about capitalizing off of someone at that person's expense, right? Because that's the only way they've known how to get ahead, right? And see, to those people that do those types of things, right? Okay. Karma always comes back to bite them in the ass. I've talked about karma in the past, and I'll talk about karma again right now. Karma has no deadline, and I haven't even talked about karma in a while. But here's the funny thing. Whenever I've talked about karma in the past, the people that violate the boundaries of karma end up paying the price. And it's not because of something I'm going to do or have done or, whatever, right? Karma sets forth based upon how you treat other people and how you deal with other people, right? What I'm happiest about right now is that I'm in a calm, relaxed, and peaceful state. I'm in a very relaxed, calm, and peaceful state. And I'm in control of that. I've got full control of that, right? And there's nothing that anyone can say or do to remove my peace. It's my choice. I'm a strong person to the point of where I'm choosing to stay in this relaxed and peaceful state. Even though I know there are currently some shady things going on. Shady things that are out of my control by some people that I don't know if I'd say they're shady, but they're just not fair people. They are people that don't play fair, right? And that's fine if you choose to not play fair, and if you continue to choose to leverage the hard work of other people and try to capitalize on it for yourself, that's fine. You can continue doing what you're doing, but let's see what happens in the end. Who's going to prevail in the long run? I'm still going to be here. I got my 6 people here, right? And that's meaningful to me, right? Some days I get 10, some days I get 20, some days I get 2 or 1, right? But one of these days, it's going to grow bigger. Because I'm consistent with compassion, consideration, and above all, fairness. Folks, I've been focusing a lot lately on, just how terrible it is to, surround yourself with dramatic people or drama people. how toxic and negative drama is in any way, shape, or form, whether it's online or offline, right? How terrible drama is in a relationship. I'm not going to lie. My lady, I care a lot about her. She knows that. We've got something great. We're very happy. She's listening right now, right? But when I first met her, she had a lot of drama she brought to the table. And I told her, babe, you know this. I said, look, I live a drama-free life. I don't want any drama. We gotta handle this, right? I said, I want to be with you, but if you want to be with me, you got to help me resolve all this drama, because I'm not about it. And she goes, I'm not trying to be drama either. It's just I've just had a lot of things, and I know you can help, and I know you're a good guy, and you can help me rise above this. And she owned up to it. She owned up to it. And let me tell you something. This woman has made tremendous strides. Tremendous strides that impress me to this day. And they continue to impress me. Sure, does she have her moments? Yes. But the lengths this woman has gone through to remove drama from her life and to better her life so her and I can have a life has impressed me beyond belief, but it's true. And I didn't force her to do anything. I don't force anyone to do anything. I just told her I want no drama in my life. No, I'm not. I'm just recording the video. Yes. I'm Coach Eli. Those guys, I'm back. I got cut off. The 5G tower cut me off again. Some days there's more network congestion than other days. I'm just trying to avoid people, and people are all in my path. It's a widespread area, and people are spread across. Anyway, those guys back there were asking me, are you playing Pokemon Go? I'm like, Pokemon Go? What the hell, man? What am I, 2? I'm 48 years old. I know some older people play Pokemon, but that's just ridiculous, man. They asked for my YouTube. I gave it to them. I don't know if you folks heard it, but again, the 5G tower cut me off. I had to reset the YouTube app and come back. Just been one of those days. But anyway, I was just talking about my lady and saying, hey, look, like I just don't want any drama at all. And she started turning things around. And the reason why I stuck by her is because I knew she had a big heart and soul. But even if someone has a big heart and soul, if they're going to bring constant drama into your life day in and day out, family drama, work drama, drama, right? Right? It sucks the life out of you, right? So you got to handle the situation and either move forward or move on. And she's risen so far above the drama that she used to bring into her life that I'm just really impressed, and I'm really proud of you, babe. I really am. I really am. Interesting, we have 12 people here now. I wonder where those people came from. Wink, wink. What a lot of people don't realize. I've met a lot of people out here on YouTube. A lot of people know about me. A lot of people know about me. A lot of people used to follow me and support me, but because of this whole drama shit show game, people People got scattered between drama and they stopped following me to go follow drama, right? That's what happened. But what a lot of these people don't realize, and a lot of people don't realize in general, is I've really learned to truly understand this YouTube game and how it works, the insides and outs. And if any of you from the past are finally realizing what's going on and you're ready to turn things around and stop wasting your time living a dramatic life, and you're ready to create something positive and real, reach out to me. Email me, Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. Now, whoops, almost tripped again. See, this is the problem here. They gotta get rid of all these branches. See, look at that. Don't want to lose my sunglasses. Look at that. This can literally trip someone, right? So I'm going to move this to an area where someone's probably not going to walk on it, and they can clean it up. Yesterday, I almost tripped on a branch sticking out. It's probably a root, but I called it a branch anyway. All right, folks, we are at, it says 72 minutes, but I went off the air a couple times. I'm going to say we're at about 73 minutes to turn. We're at about 71 minutes. We're at about an hour and 11 minutes, hour and 12 minutes, around there. There we go. Get your questions, comments, concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about maybe 10 minutes or so. And here's the funny thing. Some of the channels that I used to follow and kind of may sort of still follow every now and then when I get time, they're saying, it's kind of funny how, there are certain people that run channels out here. They're monetized channels. Wow. That was the Redwood City fire truck. That thing is hauling ass. Wow. I thought they were supposed to obey the speed limit when the emergency's done. Getting to the emergency, they can break the speed limit, but that fire truck was literally probably going like 35, 40 miles an hour down the 25 zone. It is what it is. Oh, well. So, yeah, you've got these YouTubers that I've known about that, they're high-functioning autistic YouTubers, right? I know several of them in some communities I used to be involved with, right? And there's this one woman, I'm not going to mention her name. She's from the UK. She's like in her early 30s, millennial. Go figure. And her channel was created to talk about autism awareness, right? Yet, she supports drama channels, and her channel's become a drama shit show channel where she brings people on her live stream panels to talk about things that have nothing to do with autism, right? That's the funny thing, right? It's funny because when they talk about drama, they get more traction than when they talk about their autism, right? But why is that? Because they focus more time on the drama and they don't invest enough time on their message. You see, when you focus on drama, drama is going to get you temporary, numbers out of the gate pretty quickly. But they're going to cap out and they're not going to be sustainable long term. You want to grow your autism message, you got to create content day in and day out and stay focused and allow the YouTube recommendation system to retune your audience with people that are seeking autism content, not drama content, right? This is what these people don't get, right? This is what they don't get, right? But it's interesting to me that we now have 13 to 14 people where we only had 6 earlier. Wonder where those people came from again, right? Right? Wherever they came from, they must have been bored. And because that was no longer an option to them, they now had to come here. Right? Folks, please like this video, like this stream, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. Please hit the thumbs up. I could certainly use your help. I'm really trying to take this message to the next level. And I could use your help. And at the same time, I'd love to help you, and I can help you. I'm going to put this out there one more time. That's all I can do, and I'm going to keep doing it, okay? I'm going to keep doing it until I'm black and blue or 6 feet under. Many of you, there are many people I've encountered out here on this platform. It's about time you sit there and you dig deep and you ask yourself, are you tired of, converting your channel from what it was meant to be a part of drama and other drama groups? And do you want to actually start growing your channel the right way and start making money instead of putting money in someone else's pocket, or not? What's it going to be? There are many things I can do to help you. I've got the technology, the speaking skills, okay? I've got the energy, and I've got the time. As long as you're not wasting my time, I've got the time. We can all turn this around together. But it has to start within each and every one of you. All I can do is put myself out there, right? Now, some other people might say, oh, Eli's begging for people to come back and he's desperate. I don't give a shit what you think. I don't. I really don't. I only care about what the right people think. I only care about the people that truly want to rise above all negativity and hate and drama and create something positive. So, any drama-centric people, you can say, oh, I'm begging, or, oh, Eli's trying to get his audience back and this and that. I'm just putting it out there. I'm doing whatever I can to grow, just like you're doing whatever you can to grow, right? And let's see in the end who's going to grow the most down the road, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. who's going to be more sustainable, right? Let's see. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit darker than it was yesterday. I just want to show you folks. I'll tell you this. Ma'am, I thank you for the $3 super sticker. I don't know what's been going on with you lately. You know, we met about a year ago, and all of a sudden, you know, that's where all the drama started with you and other people. And I hope you realize, ma'am, that I never once did you wrong, and I appreciated everything that you did. And you did donate a good amount of money to this channel, and I respect that and appreciate that. I didn't expect it. And thank you for your $3. I'm gonna address you. You're here in the chat. And I just don't care. I'm a YouTuber. I got to grow this thing, and you know what? I got to work with people that are ready to rise above this shit with me. So hashtag Empress Janet. Okay. You can go ahead and chat and let me know what's been going on, because I'm not here to recreate any drama. I'm not here to do any drama panels. I'm not here to re-engage any of the past. Okay? But if you've risen above this and you're one that's ready to move forward in a positive way, we can talk if you want. I open that door for anyone. But I'm always going to be very leery, because the last thing I'm going to do is slide back into this stupid vortex of endless nonsensical drama where one or two creators are getting paid a big amount of money from a sponsor to just keep this back and forth going. I'm completely done with that. Empress Janet with another $5 super chat. Thank you again. Know better, do better, forgiveness, move forward. I appreciate that, Janet. Janet, can you let me, I'm just curious to know. I've seen you, I've seen that you've been subscribed to my channel on the back end for a little while now, so you've been sitting on this. I'm just kind of wondering, what is really going on? Can you give me a little bit here in the chat before I go off the air? And then maybe you and I can talk privately. But here's the thing. I want to make one thing very, very clear. Whether I work with you, Janet, or we talk, or we do something, whatever we collaborate on, whatever happens, right? I want nothing to do with this drama sphere. I'm independent. I don't want to talk about them. Okay? I'm not gonna deal with anyone that allows that other side to toggle you back and forth between what we would have going on. I'm not dealing with any BS or crap anymore. The moment that any of that BS happens, I'm out. So I'd rather end something before it starts if it's going to end up going that way. You know what I mean? But I'm grateful and thankful. I appreciate your $8 here. That means a lot. It's not about the money. It's about the thought. And maybe it's a sign of good faith. If you want to email me, Janet, You can. I don't know if I don't think your email is blocked, Janet, on my Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com email. Janet says, I've been watching you grow. I am on a mental health journey for success. Business is good and creating good shows is what I am doing, brother. No drama. Well, I'll check out your new channel, Janet. I'm assuming that's your new channel. I'll check out your new channel later tonight, and maybe we can talk sometime this coming week. But see, here's the thing, Janet. I want you to realize one thing. I've always been a good person because here I am. I'm still talking with you on a different account, and I'm being nice. And I would have been nice to you even if you didn't pay me money. What you got to understand about me is that I'll talk to people that don't pay me money also. It's not about the money, but I appreciate it. Thank you. But I give people chances. I have a forgiving nature and a forgiving heart. I just have no time left for bullshit in my life. I don't. There's no time for BS, right? And what I provide for people here on my channel is something that's raw and real, unlike anyone else does. And more people need to see this message. I'm saying this humbly. I'm saying this in a humble way. I'm not saying this in a selfish way. People need help. People need the help I have to offer. And because of many crazy things that have happened, it's stunted the growth of this channel from getting where it would have been otherwise. But yeah, Janet, this is going to stir up the pot with certain creators, and I could care less. You guys want to sit there and talk about Empress Janet sending me a $5 super chat and a $3 super sticker, and then say, ooh, Eli's back in cahoots with Janet, right? Who gives a shit? Some people make content out of every little thing. Ooh, Janet went into Eli's chat, and ooh, then they're going to say, oh, well, Eli doesn't know that Janet is playing him, and she's... Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? My email is different. I don't speak of them. They don't exist. Good. And I'm going to ignore what they say too, Janet, because here's the thing. They are going to say everything they said in the past, because that's their content, right? And I'm telling everyone else that watches this stream here today, because I'm sure when people find out Janet was here, a lot of people will watch this on the replay. Ooh, go watch Eli's stream because Janet popped in and threw him a couple shekels, right? Not shackles, shekels, right? Let them talk. As a matter of fact, Janet, let's give them something to talk about, right? Why not? I am making money on my channel, and that was my goal and more. Are you monetized on your new channel, Janet? You probably got it monetized by now. Congratulations if that's the case. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. You see, to the people that... Yes, brother. Congratulations on that, Janet. Excellent. I've been monetized for over 2 years. Haven't had a problem. So I will not look back to that messy op gang stalking. I am strong enough to make change. Yeah, and all they're doing is just trying to stir up the pot in any way they can just to get a reaction. They're going to make content off of this because that's what they do. Right? The fact that you just showed up, they're going to make content off of that, right? Even if I didn't acknowledge it, Janet. And I'm just saying to everyone else out there that watches this video, I'm going to just tell you exactly what's going to happen. Is that other side is going to make content. Oh, Janet is back in Eli's chat, and she's playing Eli, and she's feeding him a little money to get him sucked in, right? and and they're doing that just because they make content out of every little thing. And here's the funny thing. We're just going to keep ignoring it. That's all. Right? But I'm only mentioning this because there are so many other people out there that continue feeding into those people that if you just stop feeding in to these people, if you just stop responding to them, stop mentioning their names, block them when they come into your channel, right? You can block them, right? Whenever they come into mine, most of them are blocked, but every now and then one slips, I'll block them, right? Janet says, I see you doing it and making change, so yes, we can work together and teach people about things that are important. We want to talk about the jabs, and we want to talk about our health and diets, etc. Yeah, I got my booster shot almost a week ago on Tuesday, and I'm just starting to feel back to normal. But I've also had constipation all my life, so I think the booster coincided with my constipation, and it affected me for a few days. But I feel fine now. So it's Pfizer. I don't know if you've been vaccinated, Janet, or not, and if so, which one? If you received the booster or not. But yeah, I'm feeling totally fine. Stop doing it now. Don't remember me from the past. Keep moving forward, Eli. Don't let them win. Oh, they're not there. Here's the thing, Janet. I'm going to wrap up by saying this. Staying on a little bit longer because you're here, and I wanted to show you some respect because you came here and showed me respect. So I'm going to give you the same thing, right? This is not about winning for me or winning for them or anything. This is what people don't understand. This is what I want to try to help you understand and help everyone else understand. This is not about winning for the other side. It's about one thing. It's about making content out of every little breath you take, every step you take, every move you make, right? If you listen to that Police song, every breath you take, right? These people make content out of every little thing because that's what they want to do to try to trigger people and create that cringy drama content that they can sell to their audience. Janet, thank you again for another $5 on the super sticker. I appreciate that. Janet, that's enough. Don't start this again, Janet. We don't need to go down that road again. I appreciate it, though. That's $13 here. I appreciate it, Janet. I appreciate it. But I just, again, I just wanted to, right on, guys. Appreciate it, guys. I'm finishing up a show. You guys have a good one, man. We'll see you next time. Everybody's telling these guys are going around saying subscribe to Coach Eli. Janet, I don't know what you just said, but Nightbot just deleted your messages. You might have used a block word. I'm sorry about that, Janet. Nightbot timed you out for 5 seconds and deleted your message. I'm sorry. Take care. Talk when you can. And know some of us are good guys trying to help others. Just be happy in these hard times. Well, thank you, Janet. I appreciate it once again. Thank you for the $13 you sent today. These dudes are yelling my name out here, and they're like, subscribe to Coach Eli. All right, guys. God dang it, man. Jesus Christ, man. Some people nothing better to do. All I was going to say is this. Again, it's not about winning or losing to the other side. It's not even about winning or losing to me. It's about just making content and seeing what sticks, right? And that's what these people don't understand that keep feeding into the drama, right? All these people are doing is making content, cringy content, and saying whatever they can to try to, stir up the pot amongst people to get the back and forth so they can make content out of it. They're looking to see what sticks. And if you guys keep feeding into them, that's going to stick. They're going to keep making content off of you. And even if you don't talk about them, they're going to make content off of you. They're going to make content off of me right now, right? Who cares? I'm not going to watch it. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? I'm just going to keep moving forward. And if you want to move forward with me and possibly Janet, we'll see where that goes. It's all good. But here's the thing. If you guys decide to move forward with me and you let the other side, you let other people get in the way of us moving forward, I will just let you go. So think twice before anyone wants to work with me in the future here. Because if we start to work on things, especially if we start to work on things again, because we worked on things in the past and there was a slight falling out because of the other side. If we start to work on things again and you start to fall way side to the other side, again, you'll be gone just like that immediately. I've got zero tolerance or time, right? So you're either in or you're out. There's no in between. And the moment that I notice something shady happening and that there's like a setup for the other side, you'll be gone. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. So if you're ready to move things forward, reach out to me. Email me, Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. If you reach out to me and I don't get back to you, it's one of two things. You're either permanently blocked, I never want to hear from you again because you did me wrong that bad, or other people wrong that bad, or number two, I just am not interested in your offer and don't have time to respond. That's the bottom line. So make your offers legit, and I'll get back to you, and we will go from there. I am on no side. I will not be with evil people trying to hurt others. Don't speak of it, and it will work out. Good people will be watching it with caps. It is okay. Yeah, it was probably too many caps on that, Janet. And the thing is, when Nightbot times you out, or whenever you get timed out, it deletes all your past messages. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, Janet. But people can hear, when they watch the replay, I read your messages as they came out. So they're not lost forever. All right, folks. We are at 98 minutes, so minus a couple minutes for getting cut off a few times. So we're looking at 97 minutes, an hour and 37 minutes. Janet says, I understand, Eli. It's okay. Well, thank you for being here, Janet. Thank you to everyone else that was watching behind the scenes. Lewis Fuller, you were here earlier. Queen will be probably back tomorrow. She typically takes weekends off. Again, folks, reach out to me, Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. Okay? If you want to work together, rise above the drama, rise above the hate, rise above the negativity. Let's make something productive happen in 2022. Good night, Janet, and good night to everyone else. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.